So in this video, I want to walk through GP4 number 3, problem number 3. So the scenario here is that we have 50 part-time students that were asked how many courses they were taking this term. This is a table of the incomplete results. So basically, the first thing they want you to do is to fill in the blanks for this table. So I'm actually going to try to make this a little bigger, so that we have a little bit more room here. So you can see that there's a little bit of everything has a blank in it. So we'll start at the first column here, the frequency column. So here we are at frequency. We know, based on sort of the intro here, that there are 50 part-time students. So we know that whatever these numbers are, they need to total 50. So if I already know that I have 30 plus 15, which is 45, then I know that this has to be 5, because 45 plus 5 will give me the 50 total. So that's the first part. Now the second part is the relative frequency. So now that we know the total, we can compute the relative frequency simply by taking the frequency for each of these sections, and they've already done it for the number of people who have taken only one course, but let's do it for the other ones. So for people who have taken 2 courses, it's going to be 15 divided by that total, which is 50. So what part of the whole is that? And so if I do the math here, I'm just taking out a calculator. If I do the math, 15 divided by 50, you should get 0.3, or 30% is another way to look at that. So this is another way to say 60%. This is 30%. And then the last one would simply be 5, which is the frequency, over the total, so the part of the whole. And 5 divided by 50 is 0.1, or 10%. Now the cumulative frequency is just adding these up as we go along, adding these relative frequencies up as we go along. So for the cumulative frequency, we can look at the 0.6 as being sort of our starting point right here, but now we can take the 0.6 and we can add the 0.3, which would give us 0.9. And then we take the 0.9 and we add this 0.1 and we get 1.0, which these should always total, the cumulative frequency should always total 1, or 100%. And that's it. So the second part of this is asking, well, what percent of students take exactly 2 courses? Well, here's the 2 right here, and we've already computed that. We know that that's going to be 30% because we're looking at only exactly 2 courses. So this is going to be 30%. And then what percent of students take 1 or 2 courses? Well, that's going to be 1 or 2 is going to be both of these together. And so we can look at this and we can say, well, 30% plus 60% is 90%, or we can just look at the cumulative relative frequency at 2, and we can say that this is 90%. And that's that.